White Rock Parkrun. This one doesn't ease you into the morning. The first 800 metres heads straight uphill, immediately asking the question, how much do you really want it this morning? From there it's a true trail run through the bushland of White Rock, winding beneath towering trees that seem to wrap around the course from start to finish. Underfoot, you'll want to stay alert. There are potholes, uneven ground, and plenty of opportunities for the trail to reach up and introduce itself to your ankles, both on the climb and on the descent. It's challenging, but that's part of the appeal of White Rock. Once you crest the hills, the course actually settles into something surprisingly peaceful. It's cool, green, heavily shaded, and often accompanied by little more than birdsong drifting through the treetops. Kangaroos aren't uncommon, and with relatively small numbers on the course, there's a real sense of space and quiet out there. Ironically, for a parkrun called White Rock, you never actually make it to White Rock itself, but what you do get is one of the most unique parkrun experiences around. Challenging, serene, and surrounded by nature. And if 5 kilometers isn't enough, there are plenty of trail walks waiting for you afterwards. White Rock Conservation Park forms part of one of the largest remaining areas of bushland between Brisbane and Ipswich. For thousands of years, this landscape was significant to the traditional owners, who used the ridgelines, waterways, and forests for travel, gathering, and cultural practices. The park takes its name from White Rock itself, a distinctive volcanic formation that has become a well-known landmark in the region. Today, the conservation area protects native forests, wildlife habitats, and an extensive network of trails used by hikers, mountain bikers, and for the parkrun. Today was event number 380, where there is an average of 30 runners, 9 volunteers, and the White Rock course records are 15 minutes 51 for males and 20 minutes 56 for females. White Rock is a typical out and back course. It starts and finishes at the White Rock end of the Yatamun Trail. The first 800 metres of the run is basically all uphill before it flattens out a little bit, before you turn and then come down a very steep decline. It does flatten out again after that, and you get a nice peaceful run through the trees before you get to the turnaround point. This run follows the walking trails that hikers take to explore the area, but unfortunately we do not get to go past White Rock in the course. The course is fully trailed through a picturesque bushland setting. Happy parkrun morning, guys. Today Tarran and I are down at White Rock Parkrun. Fortunately it's dry today because it's been raining all week, and this is a trail run.
Yeah, there were some puddles, some spots that we needed to step around.
But overall, fairly safe. On a really wet day, I imagine this one gets cooled off.
Yeah. We have to.
So we were lucky that it cleared up a bit for us. It is a trail park run.
Mm-hmm.
I'd go out to say it's probably the most hazardous park run I've run on. You really need to watch your footing.
You reckon?
Going down some of those hills, especially the first downhill.
I reckon Nambour was more scary.
More scary?
More hazard. I reckon it was more hazardous.
Really? For footing?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's lots of potholes here and...
Yeah, lots of rocky bits as well.
Yeah. There are bits where it flattens out and it's safe.
Yeah.
The hills aren't too intense, but there's enough elevation that it's a challenge.
Yeah.
The biggest downside, I would say, of this parkrun is the facilities.
Well, there's a few downsides. Yeah. Facilities.
There's there's 2 toilets. They're about 500 meters from the start line. Drop toilets, which is fine, but then the tap to wash your hand there doesn't work.
There's no water. And also they're not close enough that if you were running late or like you only got here with 10 minutes to spare, you probably wouldn't have time to go to them and come back and still figure out where you need to be if you've never done this park run before. Because this is probably one of the first park runs where we actually listened to the briefing.
And I will say the volunteers were really good. They were funny, but not over the top.
Yeah.
Gave a pretty good description of the course. They gave you a good expectation of what you're going to run into out there.
We were warned about the hills.
Yeah. And then throughout the course, they were very nice. So the vibe was quite good.
Yeah. Yeah, vibe was
good. No bubblers anywhere around, but I mean, that's not unusual for
a trail run.
Yeah. There are lots of other trails that you can do after your run. You can go explore and actually go to White Rock and see the White Rock.
Yeah, because you don't actually get to see the White Rock as part of the park run.
Yeah. No dogs though. No dogs allowed.
So it's in a conservation park, which is sad because it means no dogs. So there were 0 dogs, which is really gonna dampen the rating.
Did see some kangaroos though.
Yeah, we did see some kangaroos.
So that was cool. We went on a little hike afterwards.
We went to White Rock.
Yeah, we went and saw it. Definitely worth it. If you're coming out here to do the park run, you may as well.
Yeah.
Do the extra 2.5, 3 kilometers and see it.
Yeah.
In terms of parking, excellent.
Parking's really good. And it's not a super busy park run, so
yeah,
you can get parking like right here.
Scenery's pretty good. You shaded the whole time. Lots of trees, lots of nature. Very peaceful.
Yeah. And I could hear lots of birds. Didn't actually see any wildlife while doing the park run though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we must scare them off.
Yeah.
Even walking around though, I didn't really see any birds.
No, we literally just saw the kangaroos right at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, which is weird.
Yeah.
You can hear them though. They must just know to steer clear of humans.
Stay away from parkrun.
Yeah. Yeah, so the parkrun's very peaceful. It's a good one to kind of zone out and chill a little bit.
Well, yes, but I don't know, zone out seems, because like you have to watch what you're doing. Like
you have to watch your footing.
Yeah, like I wouldn't say it's not an easy park run. Like you can do it at an easy pace, because it is a bit challenging because it's a trail. But yeah, it's not an easy park run.
Yeah, I think it is my turn to rate first this week.
Yeah. Oh,
this park run was also recommended to us in our comments by started with a J. The name started with a J. It's here on the screen.
We'll put it
yeah,
there.
you know who it is. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10.
Interesting.
I think it was good, but there's aspects that definitely could have been better.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be adverse to coming back at some point if we lived closer.
No.
You'd never do it again?
I would be happy to not do it again.
Whoa, what's your rating?
It got a little tainted for me because of an incident that happened on the way here that made me cry. So
that's not the parkrun's fault.
It's not the parkrun's fault, but by the time we got here, I was crying. I didn't even want to do the parkrun. So and the fact that there's no dogs, really, like, how can you rate it high when one of the whole things that you're rating is not allowed? I'm gonna give it a 4.
A 4?
Yeah.
Is that the lowest you've rated any parkrun?
I think it is.
Whoa, okay. So overall a 5 for White Rock, which is
on par with Sanford?
Yes, on par with Sanford.
It's definitely
still ahead of Logan River.
Yeah, it's definitely no better
than Sanford.
Or worse than Sanford. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very different to Sanford.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you heard it here first. 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10 for White Rock. We'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Catch us later.